Welcome everybody. I'll be going to show how to import data from Global Biodiversity Information Facility to WWF site. So open your browser and straight away you'll go to the website of gbif.org. It will open the site. So the aim is to get data. So there is a lot of tools, but you can go a lot of links, but you can go to get data, then data sets. And for example, I'll go through using the data, for example, from Africa, try to search rodent, then automatically it will open. So there is a lot of information about that collection, citations, whatever. You can go read through it, but my aim is to download data so that we can utilize on WWF site. So directly go to source archive, download, Darwin Core archive. So automatically it will download down here. So this is part of the data you can download and have. So you have to copy this zip file and extract in some folder. So automatically my file, after copying, because I've already downloaded it, so it's like this one. So I extract it to Africa rodent. So I'll extract part of the data for part of Tanzania. So this is the data automatically. So what my aim is to go and look on the Africa rodent data. So this is the data. So looking for data in order to plot, this is the tab separated data. So I'm looking for the coordinates. Where are the coordinates? You can see these are coordinates here, namely decimal latitude and decimal longitude. But I have to open this file, for example, software like Microsoft Excel, so that I can import data and save as comma separated value, but explain more on the where the latitude and longitude only naming. So what I'll do, and I'll be going to copy this link so that I can open easily in Microsoft Excel. So I'll go open. So straight I'm going to Microsoft Excel, but I put as text file, then special currency. Then to ask me which format I have, so say next, then automatic select tab, then next, then finish. I'll wait for it to open, full of the data. So my aim is getting this latitude without changing my data, this latitude and longitude. So I will insert two columns here at the beginning. B and C should be my columns. So this, the latitude, lets me copy the latitude and longitude easily, so that the WWF site could understand. Then paste. So this is latitude. Sorry. This is latitude, and this is longitude. And then save my data. First of all, my format will be put it in Excel. Then I will export the data to comma separated value. Save as comma separated value. This is the comma separated value. So after saving comma separated value, at the same time, before going on, I should open our platform for plotting this data. So automatically I'll go to WWF site to open this one before pulling the data, so that it will open together because of the internet speed. So automatically it will open WWF site. This is the major information about the platform. So we'll be going to access so that we can go to the page which hosts the web mapping, which is within the WWF Global. It's an ArcGIS based platform, ArcGIS Online. So automatically it will open ArcGIS. It will have some credentials. So while it's opening, let's go. So automatically, because I've already logged in automatically, let's go to this one and see our data. So our data is just like this. So you can see this is our data, but the ArcGIS Online only accepts data not more than 1,000. So I have to reduce my data, take the first, then around 1,000 data. So this is the data which I'll use because of limitation. So save as. Data. So I have the 1,000 data here. So looking on my platform, when it's already open, this ArcGIS, there is the data, there is tutorial you can read, but the aim is taking first 1,000 data of African rodents, try to plot them. So I go to this add data from Global, which is ArcGIS, WWF ArcGIS platform. So you can select it, but my aim is loading file. So there is several files. The shape file you can load, comma separated value, GPX, and GeoJSON. So my aim is going through this file. So I can take this with 1,000 species. Then I'll reload the comma separated value here. So automatically the loaded points you can see around Kigali, Rwanda, Rwanda, no, Congo, Lake Gbif. Kigali, Rwanda is here. This is Rwanda. This is the Burundi. So the data, the first 1,000 data, try to show around this area. So I can try to put other information which are available on WWF sites, which, for example, are mining projects or going mining claims. You can see the mining plots along the rodent data, something like that. I can try to manipulate the transparency of the data so that we can try to see what is around there. So you can try to go and visualize the data. For example, this is the African rodent. Then I can try to print the map. So how easy you can print the map here, double side to wherever. Then I can select the landscape, or I can select the portrait. Then I can say African rodent data. So I can say print. So my data already there, but also I prepared another file which I tried to chop some data in between, which are coordinates falling within Tanzania, of the same activities within Tanzania. So this is within for the first 1,000. So after selecting the data, I can try to upload, put it on here in WWF Global. So this, the data automatically, I can drag and drop, which is only showing, you can see this is the first 1,000 data, but with Tanzania as your occurrence, TZA, you can see this, the data about rodent in Tanzania. So this, for example, when I click identification here, I can read my data, what is it? You can see mostly who the data belongs to, but you can scroll. So there is nearly 1,919 data. There is this one aside, there is 69 data. So around the same in Morogoro, and this one, there is 12 data. You add up, you get, so there's a lot of information within the same coordinate. So there is a different coordinate, but nearly the same, looking on the scale. So for example, I want to print this one, but I want to cover it on the other side, change, so the same, let me print on this, so you can try to see this data well. But also within that one, you can visualize your data, open the attribute table, so you can try to go through single data one by one and try to see which one is one by zooming it to such extent. By double click, you zoom it, so there's a lot of information that is within the same area. So you double click here, you can zoom the data and you can see what you can do with the data. The same number 2 I print from rodent data, so you can see how this is. So this is how important to use the global biodiversity data loaded by several people and try to visualize by individual or by institution, local, international. So you can try to visualize the data, so African rodent, so you can see how data you can visualize and try to see the biodiversity within the area and which activity from WWF site has been implemented there. It's an urban area or it's a protected area, there is a mining activities, so it's easy to see. So there is a lot of data within this one, but also there's a lot of data there. So this easy data exchange will enable most of the people working on the conservation try to manipulate and try to see how best we can mitigate on sustainable conservation. So thanks for watching this video. So this is the end, how to take data from Global Biodiversity Information Facility to WWF site. Thank you very much for your attention.